All right, how's everyone doing today, guys? It is morning, top of the hour here in New York session, and we could see Bitcoin absolutely dropping. Little bit of some uptrend momentum last night, but with New York, we are definitely coming down here, which is expected after a drop like that. However, expect some manipulation because Tokyo did distribute, so we've got the drop on New York coming. We might push up one more time to whatever this is, 91.1. We'll see what happens into the New York session. Obviously, we're dropping pretty hard here at the moment. Tokyo did set us up for a pump. And we'll see what happens. Took profit on the short. Good job, CJDV. That's what it is, right? We got to take profit all the time. Expect for New York to be manipulating, though. I don't expect this to be a clear drop. It possibly could be, but we come back up to 91.9 is very, very possible. Otherwise, we just come down here. But the New York session is going to be a manipulation session for the most part. All London really did was accumulate. We did push up to here. The short did work out if you took profit, if you set your stop loss, right? We were very, very overbought. It was pretty much in the bag knowing that we were going to drop. All right, guys. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's get trending on YouTube today for whatever is going to happen. But today is going to be a manipulation session. We are going to drop, but we're most likely going to pump and drop and wick and all of that jazz. So New York session is not made for the slightest. You set your stop losses in profit and you go for the money, right? Essentially. All right, guys, I'm just adding the tags here. My thumbnail generator was being a bit whatever this morning. So again, we try to start at 8 to 8:30, but I usually do the thumbnails in the morning based on what is happening in the market. So we're live right now. Is anybody in any trades at the moment? New York is a manipulation session. Find the bottoms and find the tops, all right? This is key. This is key, all right? So give me a moment here. We're just going to put this in Mighty real quick. NASDAQ leads gains at open. Okay, perfect. Okay. Looking at near Ave short, okay. So pretty much what I'm looking to do now, guys, is I'm only looking to trade the top and the bottom again, right? Only a shorting market for me. This has only been a shorting market. However, if we come up here, we should push up to 91.9 one more time and then continue back down. The 15-minute is very, very oversold. I'm not looking to long this at all. But you could kind of see we're rejecting the middle line here. The conversion line is what I was looking for. So we are in an uptrend channel, okay? This is 100% an uptrend channel. We can see that. And at this point, it looks like we're actually not going to drop back down to 86, because keep in mind, even though New York is manipulating and we're dropping a bit, we did in fact break this resistance here. And we also back tested this right here too. So it makes sense that into possibly Tokyo, we could recover, but then you got to go look at the you got to go look at your trend right here. And you see, are we bouncing off of the 382? Kind of. And then you look right here, and Prashant, what is up, fam? How we doing? CJDV in the house. Steven, look at this manipulation session into New York. Holy. I got a wick for you, I got a wick for you, and I got a wick for you, fam. Wow. Wild. Okay, I can't post on the app for some weird reason, so I'm gonna and one of the reasons I knew that New York was going to manipulate, guys, is one, because it's New York. Are we live on YouTube? We should be. Yeah, we should be. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. Absolutely. One of the reasons that I knew it was New York, guys, is because we had Tokyo distribute, we had London consolidate, and now we have New York kind of faking out. So if anything, I'm looking for a short back at the top here. Which is about 91.9-ish. $91.9 would be my short. Welcome to all the people on the live, taking the time out of your day to be on the live. I appreciate you guys. I'm just posting this on Mighty. There we go. Prashant, look at my live. Kate, no problem. I definitely will do that, fam. So ideally, as I do want to get a trade here, guys, but if New York is just going to be in this area, I'm not going to trade. This is a no trading zone for me until we do push back up on the 15-minute. Then we can even see right here, 92 would be my entry. So if I'm going to trade this, I'm going to trade this at 92. 91.9. Yeah, so 91.9 would be my entry. And because we're in a manipulation phase right now with New York, that's what I would be doing. So I've got my order set for 91,900 on my trading chart. My stop loss is going to be $92,500. And then take profit. Let's just say 90K for now. Why can't I set? So you're going to see a bit of manipulation here, but why can't 91,900? Why isn't it letting me? Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm just setting a short order here. Remember, we're trying to get in the New York manipulation area here. Take profit somewhere down here. There we go. 91,900. Place. Okay. So I'm shorting at 91,900 is what I'm going for because the 15-minute is overbought. I know that New York's in manipulation, so it should push up to here one more time. And yeah, I'd be expecting 91,900. The 15-minute is overbought already, so we're just going to manipulate in this area. I'm not looking to short or long or anything in this zone because this is the middle, whereas your consolidation is right here. So essentially, even if it pushes up to 92,200 off of a manipulation wick, it should come back down. And now we're going to play this smaller channel, right? So we have a channel, but now we have another channel. So I'm looking for it to bounce up to here and then hopefully drop down to here around 89.5. That is what I'm hoping for, but we know New York is the manipulation session, so we're not going to rush it. We're just going to let it hit our take profit or our entry, or we're not, and we're just not going to trade it. But essentially, I'm setting my resistance right here, 91,900, okay? So we're going to set alert here for New York. All right, looking at near Ave short. Let's take a look at an Ave short. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Again, if you don't know the live stream schedule, it is supposed to be 8 a.m. between 8:30 a.m. My thumbnail software was messing up, so couldn't really do anything, but we got it working. Went live about 8:35. There will be a live every morning during the week, no matter what. If you don't hear from me for some weird reason, it's probably because my thumbnail software is messing up. And it's kind of what we're looking for. So if you're looking at an Ave short, it is a good short, but I don't know if I would be shorting right now, I'll be honest with you. This could push up all the way to 213, okay? There is some resistance on Ave right here. So it could even push up to 206. You've got that double top, but you're in a clear uptrend on Ave. Guys, I love shorting, okay? I love shorting, but I would not short an uptrend unless I'm getting the absolute top of the short, which is either going to be 208 or it is going to be 211, okay? I love shorting. You guys know I short, but I don't want to short an uptrend because it is going against the trend essentially. The trend is your friend, guys, over and over again. The trend is your friend. And even Bitcoin last night, we shouldn't have. The short ended up working out. If you took profits somewhere, you broke even, whatever, it was fine. It didn't really do anything. But for the most part, we shouldn't really be shorting an uptrend. It isn't going to work out usually, right? So I'm looking for a short up here around 211 or around 207. For me, if I'm going to short Ave, I'm shorting Ave around 211. Or I'm just waiting for the trend to break. At this moment, it wasn't a bad short because the trend broke. But now we're in a little bit of a double top and we can see it going sideways. This is a lot of manipulation, honestly, because it did break the channel and it is just going for the top of the channel. But again, as you know, guys, we are in New York session and New York is all about manipulation, okay? Manipulation. That is your Monday morning. It is brought to you by clear manipulation in the market. Top of the hour wick opened with about 97 and now you're kind of oversold and coming back up here, okay? So this is a no trading zone for me. We will go over some trades, but I am not taking any. If I wanted to take a trade, it would have been here around 92.1, and then I would have shorted essentially. So we're just waiting for this resistance to hit, and I bet you it will hit. Might even go a bit higher, and then we'll probably drop all the way back down for some good profit. All right. In New York session or in the manipulation session, guys, you don't really want to be fighting anything. You just want things to come to you. We have Tokyo open today later, and we'll figure out what Tokyo does. Based on the 4 hour, it looks like Tokyo could possibly dump this. But again, let's ride up that New York manipulation. Let's catch a short. And then hopefully all works out. We can see that 15-minute, though, just oversold. So, okay, someone said they are looking at near protocol. Are we looking at near protocol for a short, a long, a spot? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I will be completely honest with you guys. This market has frustrated me this weekend. I probably shouldn't have traded it. Didn't really make any money. I probably broke even, which is fine. But definitely really annoying. Weekend trading isn't recommended. But yeah, near protocol, great, great. Yeah, near protocol is looking really, really good. We know near is going to pop up eventually to 323. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. Near is just very, very oversold at the moment. So with near, what I would be doing is if I'm looking at a long, I'm looking at taking profit here. This should pump up all the way to about 194-ish. Yeah, you're essentially looking at near pump it to the top, heading to about here, just about 308. Near is a great trade. Now we're just ranging at this wick, and once near breaks out of 195, it should run. And I've said this over and over again on near, it should run, but you are looking at near doing some type of combustion move to the upside if it holds this channel. All right, near is a really, really good trade. It just needs to get there, right? So again, guys, we're looking at the New York session right here. It isn't hitting our target yet, but that 15-minute is oversold. So no trade. No trade for me at the moment. This could have also been a good area to short here, 91.7. We've got a couple minutes left on this New York candle. Okay. Now here's what I see happening, guys, in the market. We went over this massive downtrend here. By the way, shout out to anybody new on the live. If you're coming here in the morning, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. If you're here, OG fam, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. What are most of you guys doing? Are you working and watching this live, or? Okay, so here's the interesting part about Bitcoin, guys. We are very, very close to that resistance. If you take the top to the top here, we are very, and I mean very close. This is honestly lining up for the 75K drop. I'm going to tell you why. Because yes, we're in an uptrend, guys, but we're going sideways at the moment, okay? We are going sideways. Even if this drops all the way back down to our POC about 89, you can expect this to push up sideways to around 94, 95, 96, 97. I know there's a drop into New York right now. It is what it is, manipulation, right? If New York comes all the way down to here, that is fine. I'm not trading it. I'm not going to trade the middle. I'm only going to trade the resistance being hit. And if it doesn't happen, then this is a no trading day type for me. Okay. But yeah, we're coming down pretty hard in New York. Again, guys, you manipulate in New York and you're either going to drop or you're going to pump, right? The thing is, we did hit the side of the channel here. So this is what New York is essentially doing, is back testing that channel on 91.7, right? And now it is continuing down. So see what happens. We got a little fair value gap. I'm watching Trading Modding, watching another live and DMing the girlfriend. There you go, CJDV. Right? Sometimes you've got to touch grass and not trade this. Although in this session, you could catch some pretty nice moves. Like now what we can essentially do is now that we know it back tested this trend, I'm not going to short it with the 15-minute oversold. So this could go back up to 91.7. We could get a short here, right? Because now if you're looking at your actual trend, it did back test. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set an alert at 91.7, not 91.9. And I'm just going to keep on setting my alert until it hits. And if it doesn't hit, I don't get into a trade. That's how it works out. And if it does, then we know we're in high manipulation zone. Okay. 91.7. We're going to trade at 91.7. Well, we're setting an alert for 91.7. If it hits, it hits, right? 91.700. Stop loss. 2,300. Take profit. Sure. Sure. Stop loss. Profit. Trying to do this on all of my accounts. Might not work, but because of the 15-minute being completely oversold right now, it looks like New York could just dump this a bit and then pump it all the way back to 91.7. We might just go down, and that is okay as well, right? I'm okay missing trades. Completely fine with it. But if it does come back down, it comes all the way back down to here, 87.7, right? We've got this little 382 right here. We bounce one more time. That would be pretty nice. All right, let's see what is happening here on the CoinGecko. Actually, we'll just look at the large caps right now, XRP, right? XRP is doing absolutely nothing. ranging. XRP is in a very nice rounded bottom, actually. So if we're looking at XRP, guys, we're actually doing okay on XRP because this is, if you look at it this way, we're just really ranging at the 5. Next RP is kind of just chilling there. Is 95K possible? 98K is possible, CJDV, of course. But yeah, XRP is looking really, really good to the top there. 98K is possible because what we're looking at here is, yeah, 95 in the shorter term. But if you're going to go up to that point, then you're looking at this hitting about 96 because keep in mind that is the top of this uptrend channel. All we're trying to do is get the top of this uptrend channel, right? So hopefully it pushes up here 91.7 because it already broke the trend here. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get the back test point. And I'm honestly trying to get that 15-minute oversold. So XRP's flat. Ethereum's flat. Everything's flat in the Monday morning here because we have manipulation. Like, you don't really, if you look at every single crypto right now, guys, it is in an uptrend on the smaller time frame here. And typically what happens is you hit the bottom, you hit the top, and then you hit the bottom again. Well, you don't. Yeah, you hit the bottom. So in this case, we hit the top on ETH. So we're kind of going sideways. We probably roll over to the bottom here at 28. We'll see though, right? Bitcoin though, Bitcoin's a bit different. You hit the top, you hit the bottom. You never actually hit the top here. I want to read this here. Here's when the altcoin season happens following the Bitcoin cycle. Okay, so 27th cycle illustrated the most clearly. Dominance began declining. The chart shows a waterfall-like collapse in dominance. Okay, a similar pattern played out in 2021. I don't see no charts below. $95K is very possible, though. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, you guys will see I pick my battles, right? Like, I'll take 91.7 at this point. But we're I don't know if we're going to drop into in Tokyo or what, because the 4 hour is absolutely oversold. What is Turbo doing? I know Turbo hit the bottom of the trend line and then probably wicked up or something. Probably missed it. No, Turbo's not really doing much. So all of the cryptocurrencies are actually in limbo at the moment. But Turbo does have a very nice rounded bottom here if it did play out. SPX looks interesting for sure. Let's take a look at SPX. So SPX broke the trend, uptrend. It is going down a bit. But you're in an inverse head and shoulder on a wider daily channel. This is like, then it broke the downtrend here. SPX would be a bit of a wild card for me. It is in the middle of the channel, right? I just don't like trading in the middle of the channel, honestly. All right, ZEC. Okay, let's check out ZEC here. Okay, ZEC broke out. This actually did break out for sure. Clear breakout on ZEC. But is it going to be a fake out? I have no idea. I don't trust breakouts on a manipulation session. So at the moment, I would probably not be trading. It's tough because you got to draw a channel right here. And I can say ZEC will most likely push up to this area, but I don't know if it'll be a confirmed breakout. We did break out. We 100% broke out on ZEC. The question is, are we going to come back down to here? Are we going to break out of this channel? Because a lot of people, when they look at a breakout, they look at a breakout and they're like, okay, it broke out. But then there's a little channel that it is following. Yeah, Bitcoin's absolutely dropping. So I missed my trade. That's okay. No big deal. No big deal. We might get a push up one more time here, but I'm not gonna go chase it now. That 15 is so oversold, right? I was messing with the thumbnail. I wasn't paying attention to Bitcoin. So now essentially what I'd be doing is probably looking to get it down here at a long. We'll see what happens. You can see this is a massive weekend fake out. Well, possibly. Like at this point, I care what New York is doing, or I care about trading Bitcoin after the New York session, because then we might stabilize, right? So we come all the way down to here. We range. We'll see what happens. I would like one more push up to 91.7. That would be cool. Or even 91.8, right? Yeah, ZEC broke out, but I don't trust the breakout. I do not trust the breakout. Definitely a no trading session for me if I didn't get in at the top. I was in a short, but I didn't like where Bitcoin was going. So this was definitely the time to short it all day right here. But I like this drop, guys, because now if Tokyo does reverse, we should just come back down to here and continually drop. If that is the case. Remember, we are in a downtrend channel. Keep in mind, guys, no matter what, we're in a downtrend channel. So now if we go look at Aave, we might be able to find a trade setup on Aave here. Right? Aave's in a double top. Yeah, so Aave has some bearish divergence. Would be a really, really good short on this double top move. And Aave is completely overbought too, so kind of like Aave more than I like Bitcoin at the moment for a short. Low leverage though. I only do low leverage when I trade altcoins. Okay, so we'll see. I'm in Aave. One of the reasons I'm in Aave is because I see this bearish dive, right? Really, really good bearish dive right here. So if I'm looking at Aave, my take profit, we know Bitcoin's dropping essentially, right? So you want to follow something that pumped. My take profit on Aave would possibly be about 190. I would be happy with 190. That would be a decent chunk of change. So 190 would probably be my take profit on Aave. I don't really want to mess with the uptrend. I just know that New York is dropping and possibly manipulating. We have bearish dive. That Aave should definitely drop here. So at least down to the to that area for sure. Remember though, guys, Aave is on an uptrend. So if we're shorting an uptrend, we got to look at the bottom, and the bottom is here. Whatever this is right here, that's where we're shorting to. Holy, look at Bitcoin, guys. Absolute drop. Stop loss 202 on Aave. Non-financial advice, guys. Make sure you set up your own trade setups. Just because I get into a trade doesn't mean, you know, it is whatever. But if I'm looking at stop loss on Aave, 202 makes sense. Let me see if I can find a fair value gap right here for you. I would set it to 203.60 or 203.70 is what I would set it to. Right? So we have this little uptrend here in Aave, guys, that broke or is trying to break. And then again, this 1 hour is forming a body tweezer reversal, kind of. But again, Bitcoin is in a manipulation zone, so keep this in mind. And we're in an uptrend, so just really looking to take this short to the bottom of the trend. That is it. Nothing else. Take the short to the bottom of the trend and get out. It's a possibility Aave pushes up to 201.5 too. We can clearly see that Bitcoin is dropping here. If it hits 203, Alan, it's honestly just to manipulate like a wick. Should come back down to that bottom of the channel. Right, 15 minutes oversold here, guys. But again, this is clearly dropping for the next however many hours here. 5x trades, you're pretty good on 5x. So I take 5x. Okay, I'm going to set my alert on Aave here. That double top, that bearish divergence. Obviously, you're coming up here a bit, but you've got insane bearish dive right here. Like from here to here, beautiful bearish dive. That's really, really good bearish divergence on Aave. If they wick it up, you know it's manipulation. Even right here, you can see that Bitcoin's manipulating huge. We dropped all the way down to here. We're going to keep on dropping for sure. But there's going to be a lot of manipulation wicks into the Tokyo session. Not too bad though. Good trade, Alan. Good trade. Sometimes Bitcoin isn't the play, right? Sometimes there's some altcoins that are running or faking out or whatever it is. So that is a really, really good setup and good trade. Yeah, we're pretty much even on Aave here, which is really nice. Actually, if you're looking at the Aave setup here, this could drop if it did play out, this could drop all the way to the neckline here at about 181 if it played out. I'm not sure how I feel on it playing out because the 1 hour is overbought, but at the same point in time, yeah, we'll see. We'll see, right? There's some live trading. I would like to see Bitcoin drop all the way down to, at this point, down to about 87-ish. But it looks like Bitcoin's going to tank, guys. You're overbought in the 4 hour. You're overbought in the 2 hour. Overbought on the 1 hour. What do you guys think Tokyo's going to do? Dump it or pump it? Because remember, Tokyo is resetting the session. Let's see what else is trending. Anything trending at the moment that is worthwhile to look at, get into. Aave's trending, we looked at that. Zcash is trending, we looked at that. Near. Let's see if Near is faking out here. All over the place. I wouldn't. Same with Zcash. Zcash is all over the place in this channel. It did break out though, right? Zcash broke out. It looks like Zcash could be going bullish again. Possibly. Tau is kind of like everything's ranging at this point. There is CC Canton. So CC can pump all the way up to here about 8. And this is actually in a downtrend as well, which could be a really, really good trade. So I would be setting alert here on Canton at around 8 cents in that area. And I'd probably be shorting it there too. Man, shout out to you, Alan. I wouldn't have found that Aave trade, and I wouldn't have even been able to even get into a trade this morning if it wasn't for you. So shout out to you, brother. It is dumping. I was in Bitcoin last night, guys. I just didn't like where it was going, and I was asleep. And anytime I'm asleep, I'm telling you, these guys go for wicks all day, right? So again, here's the play. Should dump all the way down to 191-ish. It probably is going to come down lower, but it already broke the 15 minutes, so now we could wait for this to dump all the way back down to the bottom. Wow, 89.8. Bitcoin is tanking. Thank goodness I got into a trade. I was going to lose my mind. And Aave is dropping too as well. Everybody praise Alan if you got into the Aave trade, not me. We knew New York was going to dump and manipulate. That was pretty much guaranteed, right? So yeah, this double top is just vicious right now. And it already broke. So now this could actually break 191, guys, right? I still didn't like that 201, but it doesn't really matter. If Bitcoin is going to drop, it's going to take the market down with it. And there we go. Absolutely dumping. Not crashing, but dumping. Now, here's what you guys got to keep in mind. This is actually in an uptrend, okay? So believe it or not, Bitcoin's in an uptrend for now. If it breaks this, it breaks, it comes down. But here it could form a higher low. I doubt it. I doubt it with that 4 hour, but it could form a higher low. If it doesn't, it'll just dump and continue back down, and then everything just crashes and burns essentially. Really liking that Aave trade. Really liking that trade. That could actually break the double top and just continue dumping. So essentially what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for this to touch the bottom now because it already broke the trend. So you kind of even had a little Batman on your MACD here too. Pretty crazy. I would love for Bitcoin to dump all the way down to here, especially because I'm in Aave trade, right? So it'd be amazing if Bitcoin just dumps to whatever area, 86. It probably will, honestly. If we look at the 18-hour, our 8-hour has been consistently dropping and it faked out. This is how I knew Bitcoin was going to drop, guys. Because the 8-hour time frame, even though Bitcoin was pumping a bit, this was the predicament right here. The 8-hour time frame. The 8-hour time frame is crazy. If you're dropping on the 8-hour time frame, even though the price is pumping, you're probably going to drop and you can find a short. If you're pumping, vice versa, you probably could you'll find a long, right? So see how that goes. Into the 18-hour close, it does look like we are going to continue the drop potentially. But keep an eye on Bitcoin right here. DOM is dropping. This is what we got to pay attention to. Remember this head and shoulder, guys, on DOM? This means money's flowing out of Bitcoin. This is good. This is what we want. I mean, this is why altcoins are kind of ranging. And then if we look at UST.D, it is oversold, but it's not really doing much. It's just hanging out. So for our altcoin season, guys, if we're ever going to have one, we want DOM to drop. Bitcoin dominance, we want it to drop all day. So there's going to be a little recovery, guys, when Bitcoin comes up a bit because DOM is dropping. Keep that in mind. And obviously the daily's still overbought. All right, guys, so we're going to end the live there. There isn't really anything happening right now. This was a good live. We found a trade. We didn't take BTC, but we found another trade, which was good. New York session is clearly dumping the market and manipulating the market a bit this morning and now dumping it. So we know that this is most likely going to continue back down. How far, we don't exactly know. I will say this, keep an eye on the bottom here because it did form a higher low. It just is up to what Bitcoin's doing, but that doesn't even really matter because the 4 hours overbought. So it looks we are absolutely going to come down to this level right here. We could even be faking out of this bear flag or bear pennant and then just dumping again, right? Look at hype for a long. Sure, we can look at hype for sure. So if we look at hype, it's very tough for me to long this market. Very, very tough. But so hype did touch the top of the channel here. So what I would be doing if I was looking at hype for a long, I would probably be longing it around 25. I can see my 18 hours dumping. I can see my MACDs dumping. I can see my dailies dumping. If anything, I think hype is going to go chase this wick, 21. But as of right now, I would say 25 would be my bottom on hype. It could just range in this region right here. Okay, but with dominance dropping, guys, you guys are going to see altcoins picking back up, dumping, picking back up and dumping, stuff like that, right? So that's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate everybody for being on the live. Not really anything happening now. We caught the move, so to speak. Again, guys, Bitcoin is in a manipulation phase too, so keep that in mind. Yes, we are dropping, but we are in a manipulation phase. So if you're looking at holding trades, you want to potentially make sure that you broke the trend, okay? So obviously a good short, but you want to make sure you broke the trend. And this 4 hours completely overbought. Looks like an amazing short. Bearish divergence all day, every day. Okay, I'll talk to everybody later, guys. We'll be back on the live tonight, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Let's make some money, set your stop losses and profit, protect your capital.